Mechaverse.co presents 1-48 ARX-7 Arbalest. Greetings again everybody, this is Skar from Mechaverse.co doing the review of the 1-48 scale ARX-7 Arbalest from Aoshima. You've seen the unbox and there are the empty plates. And so that means it's time to take a look at the part of the AES. Starting from the bottom, we can find some really nice looking legs molded in 4 different colors: the white, the dark blue, the lighter blue and the grey for the inner detail. As far as articulation goes, you can achieve a really good bend with the double jointed knee, and you can see there's some nice armor separation, and the foot is on a ball joint so it can pretty much wiggle around. And there is also a bit of flip-flop action at the actual foot. Unlike most of Gundam's, side skirts are going to be attached directly to the leg. You can choose to put this grey piece inside to cover up the hole or just leave them like that. And to put them in, all you have to do is put them aside and then rotate them down and they will peg and secure. With the yellow one on, however, you can take this piece and peg it in and it will stay nice and secure. But honestly, I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Maybe some kind of ammo clip? I can't remember seeing this in the anime, but it doesn't look too bad after all. Something I have to mention though is that some pieces like these on the side of the foot and the general leg itself don't like to stay together very well. It's not a solid connection like Bandai. And another thing I have to say is that polycaps in this kit are not that good, and all the part connected by polycap likes to fall apart very easily. Moving on to the torso, we have a really nice looking torso with lots of moving parts. Like there on the chest, these pieces can achieve a full 360, and stored under there is the little folded knife, which really looks nice. Another joint is there. The torso can rotate a bit and go quite a bit up and down. And then it can rotate there like that, full 360. I wanted to show the lower torso separate from the upper torso, but the peg of the lower torso is actually split in two, and these two pieces don't like to stay together very well, as it's the upper torso that keeps together the lower torso actually. The only things worth mention on the lower torso are these little back skirts, each one an individual ball joint, so it can pretty much rotate and wiggle around. Kinda disappointing though is that the neck has no joint at all, no movement at all. I mean, this is a ball joint and that's all. When you try to move it, it won't move, and when you try to force it, it will unpack and reveal the cockpit. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a little seat in there. Would be nice if they give you a little Sosuke Sagara to put in, but you know, whatever. To activate the lambda driver is actually quite simple. You take these two little pieces. This one is straight and this one is a little bent. You take the bent one and you open a lower panel and it will reveal two little grooves, and you slide this in. Then you take the other one and you slide this on the groove under the upper panel, if I can find them. Yeah, right like that. Then we have the arms. Arms are really nice, sharp design, I really like them. As far as articulation goes, there is a little up and down motion at this peg that will peg into the chest, and then there is a full 360 rotation below the shoulder and a double jointed bend at the elbow, and the hands are on a ball joint so they can rotate and wiggle around a bit. And if you were asking yourself, do they work better with finger put together 2x2? No, they don't. They are exactly as the Bandai one. To activate the lambda driver is actually quite simple. All you have to do is pull up this panel that will allow you to open up this one, and you have to take this little green fin that is actually a bit bent and pull it in there, slide into two grooves. if I can get it. I can't get it. And then you have to take this piece down and take a bigger fin and slide it in there. This will be a lot more easy. Like that. Head looks quite nice. I always love the Arbalest head. And as far as articulation goes, it can only go up and down. Really, because as you start to move it, it will tear apart. That is kinda disappointing and I wasn't expecting it. Maybe some glue might fix it, but really, I didn't want to use glue on this kit. One thing I love though is that if you pull out these two thick pieces, you can have him holding his knife with his mouth, which is one of the Arbalest's most unique features and I really like it, and it's a big win for me. Another nice feature is the amount of hand they give you. They give you 2 for each. They give you 2 left and right trigger finger hand, 2 holding hands, 2 closed fist and 2 open hand. So you can have him pretty much doing whatever you want. I think I'm a bit disappointed though are the accessory. Now this one is nice. I really like it and it's probably the only one. This is kinda neutral to me, but I guess it looks just right. This little thing, rudder jammer or something, it's really thin. It's really thin. And if I don't lose it, I will probably break it. But when I moved on to the shotgun, you can really tell why I was disappointed. This bending thing is really the only good point in this shotgun. First of all, I gotta say I think the trigger is a bit too big, but it might be just me. And then I have to say that each time I touch this little thing, it falls apart. Each time. And then another thing is when I rotate it, you can see it's really slim. It doesn't look like a shotgun after all. It just looks like a toy. And last but not least, it's made of 2 panels that won't stay together. Doesn't matter how hard I push it, they won't stay together that well. Last accessory will be this one. This one is supposed to be the storage mode of this one. And it will simply slide into the Arbalest's butt. I believe you can do it with this shotgun too. But the thing is, when you turn it a bit, this thing will fall off. I mean, since I can't use it for actual holding, because it's not even a half a blade, why didn't you do this connection more secure, so it could stay together, so I could pose the Arbalest without having this falling apart? This is really annoying. But, you know, whatever. So this ends my look at the part, unpainted and without any panel lining or glue or whatever effort by me. This is what you get right out of the box. So there are pros and cons, but stay tuned for the next part where I'm going to show you the model completed with panel lining and glue and whatever it needs. So this was Skar from Mechaverse.co. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video and stay tuned for the next part. Bye!